Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? I am super excited for this video because as you can see, I have all of the most recent launches from Bella Beaute Bar sitting right here. The Ultraviolet palette, which is their collaboration with Deandra Nicole. We've got the Dead Roses palette, which is their anti-Valentine's Day palette. They did send both of these two in PR to me, and then I picked up myself the Angles of Illumination palette that they launched in December. This is, already available, but these two are going to be launching on January 26th. So I got them in the mail today. I finally, I think, fingers crossed, perfected my overhead filming setup. So I thought, let's do a swatch party because we've got 3 full eyeshadow palettes to swatch, but I really want to just play around with this setup and see if this is more helpful for y'all in terms of seeing indie shadows like super up close. So please, please, please leave your feedback for me down below. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, like I said, these aren't launching for another week. So I thought today we can swatch, we can ooh and ah and try to capture all the shifts. And then I'm going to work on filming a few looks, maybe like 2 looks with each of these new palettes. Or if you just want to see like a look of each in one video, I'm going to try and have another video live, like actually using them on my eyes before they launch. So let me just show you what all these look like really quick before we start digging in. So like I said, this is their collaboration with Deandra Nicole, and I believe that there are some lip products and I think some like loose pigments in the collection, but they just sent over the palette in PR, so that's what I'm gonna be showing you today. Look at this baby. Look at the purple perfection. I feel like I need like a little cover for the mirror. Like don't look at me. She is very, very stunning. This shade in particular is really calling to me. I think it's just so, so beautiful. And then, like I said, we've got the Dead Roses palette, which on the mirror, it does say be my anti-Valentine. But I do feel like this is a very generic Valentine's Day like color story, but at the same time, it's still stunning. There she is. Hopefully not getting washed out at all. The reds look beautiful, but these two, I'll say in person, I feel like, yeah, there's a slight difference. They do look pretty similar. This shimmer is literally insane. So, so pretty. And then the Angles of Illumination palette is a full shimmer palette. I have dug into this just a tiny, tiny bit, but it looks beautiful. This shade Sunlight I've used and it was stunning. So there's a lot of blue and purple going on here in particular, if those are your tones. I'm like trying to look at my camera, like, am I perfectly capturing the colors? It might be just a touch bright. 1 second. Okay, I messed with the settings just a little bit so you could see better. I think that's a much more accurate representation of these palettes. One last thing before we start swatching, I do have an affiliate code with Bella Beaute Bar. It is just AMYLOVES. I believe it saves you 10% off your purchase. I don't think that it will apply to like a collab palette, but for everything else, it will apply. But let's go ahead and start swatching. I think that I am going to start with the Ultraviolet palette just because for me personally, this is the one that I am the most excited about. So the first shade here is called Magical, and it looks like a really soft kind of like lavender purple. It feels silky to the touch, not super glittery or anything like that, but it looks really, really pretty. And I always appreciate a shade like that to lighten up any looks. I feel like for me, that is going to make every look in this palette like that much more Amy, you know? And then we've got the shade Serenity. I will say the shade names are kind of hard to read, like with the color in the background. I am like doing a double take every single time. This is a really light, like lavender purple pastel, but I would say it's kind of on the muted side, like not super bright. And then we've got, Lordy, I think that says Spiritual, which I'm so into this shade. Oh my gosh. So silky smooth. It's got like this blue, purple, silvery, just goodness going on. I feel like that is what dreams are made of, but let's just go ahead and start swatching that on my arm. Ooh, that feels smooth. Okay, so that looks really pretty. I don't know if that 100% showing how beautiful it is. I kind of want to use my hand more for certain shades like this, where you've got a different shift going on, just so you can see a little bit better. Next we have the shade Peace, which just looks like a pretty bright purple shade. Feels very, very creamy to the touch. And then we've got the shade Rarity, which, oh my gosh, look at that. Definitely another multi-chrome. There's some purple, some green, some gold going on. Let's just swatch that right here real quick. I know, I think I picked up too much. Like, look at that. It was definitely a lot happening right there. Look how stunning. I don't know if you guys can even see the shifts. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna like move my lighting a little bit because I need you to see this all the way. Okay, I think that's about the best that I can do right now, but look at that. Okay, you guys, I've decided that I cannot read the names from this palette. Like, I just have to stop every 2 seconds and like stare at it really, really close. Like, it's just super hard to read. So I'm just gonna keep going and kind of describe the shades as I go. We've got Exotic, which is a really beautiful, like bright pink matte. Oh my gosh, so pretty swatched out right there too. Just loving this color story. Next we have another shimmer. I'm like trying to be a little bit softer with how I swatch it now because they are very intense. This looks to be like a plummy shade with a little bit of like a golden shift running through it. So pretty. We've got like a true Barney matte purple. And then we also have a like pink with like a purple shift. Like a purpley blue shift. Look how beautiful. Oh, that's stunning. Next we have another matte, and I would say it's kind of like a indigo, more on the purple than blue side, but just a really pretty, like vibrant mid-tone shade. And then this purple, I don't know if it's just because like the sunlight is catching it right now, but the sparkles look stunning. It has like a bit more of a pinky base and then a softer purple shift. Like, it just looks so shiny. We've got a deep like eggplant purple, which I love, love, love purple mattes like that. Okay, I feel like this purple swatched a little less vibrant than I thought it was going to. Let's do more. Yeah, okay, just a little bit more buildable. Lastly, we have another really pretty shimmer. This is like a perfect like silky mixture of purple and blue. Definitely more of a traditional metallic shadow. And then we've got the deepest purple in this palette, which is like, I would say like a blackened plum matte. Super, super pretty. Like, that's just gonna deepen every shade stunningly. And then last but not least, we have one more shimmer, which I would say is kind of like a rosy purple tone. Okay, so again, I feel like this matte, like swatched out like that, is like a little less than I expected, but we're just gonna build it up. That's still kind of sheer. Let's do a little more. Okay, so that might be more buildable than like super pigmented on impact. So there is the entire palette swatched out. I mean, it is beautiful, it is vibrant. It is a purple lover's dream. Can't wait to get this on the eyes. So now for the Dead Roses palette, let's start swatching. The first shade here is called You Wish. At least I think that's what it says. It looks to be a really beautiful, soft, pinky peach matte shade. And then we've got Friend Zone, which is extremely, extremely intense. I mean, look at her. I mean, we can definitely do a swatch right here so you can see. Oh my God. Are you joking? Wait, that is capturing it so well. That's amazing. That is blinding. Okay, shook it. And then next we have the shade Meh, which just looks to be like a true cool pink matte. See, like, I feel like that, like, yeah, like, does it look beautiful? 100%, but sometimes you just need to see the whole shadow, you know? I get so frustrated sometimes, like, filming, because when I swatch shades like this and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing, and then I'm editing, I'm like, you guys can't even see what I'm talking about. Like, something's got to change. Okay, next we've got the shade Stupid Cupid, which looks to be like a very orange-based matte red. I love this shade just because my cat is named Cupid. He's actually like laying across from me and he looks like the most beautiful angel. Definitely not being stupid right now, but you guys know with cats it depends on the day. And then let's see, this looks like a multi-chrome. It's called Bite Me. Ooh. Again, like so intense. Look at her. That is stunning. Like the green, yellow, orange, pink into it. We've got I Need Space, which I would say is like a Barbie pink, and that one definitely feels more dry to the touch. We've got Be My Ex, which is the most beautiful like coral with a golden shifty sparkliness throughout it. We've got Love Stinks, which is a bright matte red. I guess a little bit more of a true red than Stupid Cupid. Like I said, that has a bit more orange, but I do feel like these look so similar. They're probably going to end up being like interchangeable on the eye. We've got Single AF, which is a really beautiful like deep burgundy. Ooh, that's so pretty. I wish that one of these reds had been a shimmer. I think that would have been like just so appreciated in this color story. Okay, next we've got Not Yours, which looks to be like a really pale light pink with a bluey purple shift. It's kind of similar vibes to this shade from the Ultraviolet palette, but this is just a little bit more purpley, a little bit brighter. This is stunning. I love that. I love a good, like, cute little pastel moment. We've got Thank You next, which is like a mid-tone purple. We've got Ew, I think. I'm not 100% sure if that's what that says. Or maybe it says FU. I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. It's like this reddy, like orangey color with a black shift. It's stunning, like so grungy. Oops, I got a different shadow stuck in there, but that's okay. You can see what it looks like overall. Okay, we've got You're the Worst, which looks like just like a deep blackened purple matte, As If, which is another multi-chrome. It's still really pretty. Look at that. She is stunning. And then we've got this shade right here called Drop Dead, which looks like a beautiful, beautiful multi-chrome. It kind of reminds me of my favorite shade in the Basic Witch palette. It's like a light purple with like gold and coral shifts throughout it. Oh my gosh, okay, maybe that's my favorite shade in this palette too. That is so, so stunning. Let me grab Basic Witch so we can compare. So I was thinking about this shade right here called Resting Witch Face. This has like more green in it though. But I feel like they're like a similar vibe. Like they could be like sisters. Or like stepsisters. Okay. Almost done with all the swatches. Everything is so pretty. And then lastly, I'll just do it on my pinky since we only have one left. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Very TikTok-y, I guess. It's like a plum. Oh my god, and that's why I don't swatch things with my pinky. What a disgrace. So there is the entire palette swatched out. I think it's super, super cute. Okay, so now for the Angles of Illumination palette. This one is all shimmers and no mattes, but I was okay with that because I'm kind of enamored with their shimmer formula right now. So first we have this like really beautiful turquoisey shade. Looks like it has like a deeper kind of like indigo base. Looks pretty intense. I think I picked up too much. I keep doing that. Look how beautiful that is. Like so shiny. I did not need that much product, but it picked up so easy. We've got Brilliance, which looks like a similar shade. Like it has like that deeper like indigo base, the turquoise shift, but this one is more of just like a metallic. Like it doesn't have as much intensity going on, but it looks very, very similar. Personally, I could have just done with this one. Like, I don't know, it almost looks like this is just like the better version of this, and this is the one that like didn't make it in the palette, but it did. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, next we have Radiance, which is another turquoise, kind of soft blue tone. Looks super, super shiny. Oh, that's really pretty, yeah. This one's very creamy to the touch, and I would say it has a little bit of like a periwinkle flip going on. We've got Polarized. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It has like this green base. It has some periwinkle, some blue, so it's definitely like in the same color family. But this one might be the most special. Oh yeah, that's so pretty. Like, look at that green base. Super, super cute. We've got this like deep indigo. It looks like a kind of metallic with little silver sparkles throughout it. We've got Starlight. Ooh, that's so, so pretty. It's a mixture of purple and blue. We've got Dazzle, which I would say is a light blue with a periwinkle flip. This one above is similar but more green. I love that. So far, like no super, super intense multi-chromes, but all of these look really nice. Can you believe I already have like eyeshadow like all over this? Ay, ay, ay. My desk is like a glass top, and I didn't want to film directly on it because then you could see my toes, and that's a little weird. For free, not happening. Next we have the shade called Luster, which looks like such a pretty kind of like muted gray purple. I'm kind of obsessed already. Oh yeah, that is stunning. A sparkle. To me, that's like a favorite shade, definitely. We've got Moonlight, which is another like kind of mauve base with a blue shift. So like I said, I mean, I feel like if you don't love blue and purple, like this palette is not gonna be for you. This one is very similar to this one, but this one has like more like a berry mauve base. But again, really close. Like, we've got Gleam, which is another purple with a blue shift. But this one I would say is like a deeper purple base. But oh, I don't know, you guys. That's a little too similar for me. I cannot justify that. That makes me kind of disappointed because this is an expensive palette, and like those two are literally right next to each other, and they look the exact same. Next, we've got the shade Glow, which is a really beautiful, like pinky purple with a like lighter kind of blue shifty sparkliness. Like not a super intense duochrome, but you can see a little something something happening there. We've got this like kind of like berry pink. It's a little bit more like just like a silky metallic, but I think it has a little bit of gold sparkle happening. And then we've got the shade Luminescence. Maybe let's just swatch it right here just to like, yeah, I mean, I guess actually I'm just gonna call that a duochrome. Like I feel like there's not enough happening to call that a multi-chrome, but it is beautiful nonetheless. And at least it's not repeated. Okay. Next we've got Sunlight, which is definitely one of my favorite shades. It's like a beautiful, like kind of like yellowy, warm base, and then it's got a really intense blue shift, like a bluey green shift. Oh, you know what? There's actually some purple happening there too. Like it's so kind of sheer and soft, but really, really shifty at the same time. So I'm all about a shadow like that. We've got Shapeshift, which looks like a coral with, oh my goodness, like the most bright coral. Do you see that? Like that is so bright. And then it's got a gold flip. I'm not even into colors like that all that much, but that is stunning. And then lastly, we have the shade Perception, which looks to be like another kind of traditional metallic shadow, but it's kind of like a soft purple with a gold shift. I actually think that this last row right here might be my favorite. Oh my gosh, look at that shade. Those are so, so pretty. Like, I feel like I just need to do like a bigger swatch of this one because it's so nice. Like, that is giving summer. Like, it kind of doesn't make sense in this palette necessarily, but like, I'm not mad at it because it's so stunning. I feel like this is the palette of like everything we swatched out today. I feel like the most mixed feelings because there are some very, very similar shades, but then at the same time, everything's really beautiful. But also at the same time, there are no like super intense multi-chromes in here that the way that there are in all their other palettes that I've tried. So I feel like if you were trying to like get the vibe of Bella Beaute Bar, this is definitely not what I would recommend. I think this is great if you've already tried some of their products, you're already kind of like a fan, you just want some more of their shimmers in your collection. But I don't think that this is like the best like representation of the brand as a whole, because like everything else they've done has more intense shades and, you know, their mattes and their color stories, and this is kind of just, you know, it's a little different. I still bought it because I still think it's beautiful. Like, obviously, I still wanted to own it. I'm sure I'll reach for it from time to time, but I don't think it's going to be, like, a favorite from the brand for me. If you haven't seen it already, I mean, we're already here. The Basic Witch Palette. I know it's not available right now, but I do believe it's still coming back. And this has the most intense shimmers. Like, let me just show you. So we've got Witch Please, which is, like, the most intense, like, hot pink with a blue shift happening. Resting Witch Face, which, you know, we just swatched not that long ago, like 2 seconds ago. That's one of my favorite shades. We've got this like kind of like golden tone, which has like a little bit of a green shift happening. We've got this shade, which is like a purple blue, just beautiful moment. Like, those are everything to me. And then of course we've got Hocus Pocus, which, like, come on. Just so amazing. Okay, anyways, I don't even think I showed you like the whole like image right there, the whole swatcheroo of the Angles of Illumination. But there she is. All right, y'all. So I think that this was a pretty successful swatch party. I hope that you enjoyed it. Leave your feedback down below. Let me know how you're feeling about these palettes, and I will see you again very, very soon.